You ready for this?
You know you're going to have to put the switch down first.
Yeah. I killed him.
Hey!
0% damage. I'm a fucking champion. I unlocked this stupid raccoon. No. Gopher with a helicopter.
What?
I unlocked a gopher with a helicopter.
Sure. I don't think you need to yell about it.
If you've got issues with that, take it up with my boss.
You're just going to let that marinate?
Yeah. Marinate all over myself.
Ugh. Welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. This is Jake.
This is Jason.
And this week we played Final Fantasy 13-2.
X-E-E-E-2.
Seriously though, how is this a sequel? Cue the music! Oh wait, no. Fuck. Do that before now.
Yeah. Get it right.
Aww.
No, so this is a sequel in that it's set in the same universe.
I guess, and it has the same characters.
Some of them, yes.
I mean, they're all there.
Sure. I didn't get to all of them.
Oh.
I mean, you got less far than I did.
Yeah, I did. But before we get into that, released in North America. January 31st, 2012.
2012.
Produced and developed by Square Enix, everyone's favorite company.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, we have more Square Enix games than any other. With more on the schedule.
Yay!
It's kind of well, that's kind of unfair because Sonic Team exists, which we have on the schedule ad infinitum.
Yeah.
Every year until the sun burns out, Sonic.
Right, but for the foreseeable schedule.
Square Enix, leading the
Square-Do.
charge.
So, released on the 360 and PS3 with a Windows port in 2014, and iOS and Android in Japan in 2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyway, other games released in 2012, Mass Effect 3, Borderlands 2, COD Blops Deuce, Spec Ops The Line, and Guild Wars 2. Just for you, buddy.
Oh, cool. I've played that game. I played a lot of that game. This game does not compare favorably.
Is the way I speak spreading? Dude, get your shit together.
Favorably
Yeah.
to any of those games that I actually played. I don't know what COD Blops is.
The only one I haven't played is Spec Ops The Line, and I own it. I just haven't played it yet. You can catch me whenever I stream that sometime, probably.
Probably, maybe, someday.
Eh.
So many other things to stream in the meantime.
Yes. 7s of games.
I already told you. I'm just gonna stream me eating. It's mukbang.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. Wait, when you do that, do you cook the food, or do you just have the food in front of you when you start?
Oh, you just eat it. It's a whole eating thing.
Yeah, I'm into other weird shit, not that weird shit.
I don't know. It's a weird fascination, like watching people eat things. I don't know. I have never watched a mukbang stream because it doesn't really appeal to me. I can't say that I mean, I've never watched it, but...
Well, like, I've never wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
And, like, if someone's got a giant array of food in front of them and, like, they're talking about the dishes, that could be interesting.
I mean, it's typically, like, a lot of food or, like, spread of food, and it's...
I don't want to watch him eat it, though. I guess that's my thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, have you ever just, like, sat and watched somebody eat for an entire meal?
Can't say that I really have.
You should do it sometime because it weirds people out, but, like, I don't know. It's weird.
Sure. That might actually happen.
Hey, man, whatever.
Yeah. Achieve the day.
Achieve the day.
Bringing it back, folks.
I'm putting that shit on a shirt.
We'll put that shit on a shirt and sell it. That's right. Go to the Bad Gamecast store. That doesn't exist yet. But when it does, achieve the day.
Hey, I was looking at stuff that we could put our shit logo on.
Yeah, we need to get an actual logo before we do that.
Yeah. I had a mock-up of a hat. It looked terrible.
Yeah, so anyone out there, if you design shit like you actually do that, hit us up, because our logo sucks.
Yeah, it does.
At least we're honest.
Hey, someone put like 5 minutes of work into that.
Yep.
And when you look at it, you'd be surprised that it took me that long to get it.
I like how you started with someone and then just ended up.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you.
me.
It was
yeah,
you.
no, I did it. Anyway, fucking 13-2, right?
13-2.
That's what we're doing here.
So, this game might actually be one of the games we have played the least of, which is weird. And I'm sorry, because this is actually, I'm gonna say that from the beginning. I'm sorry to the person who requested this. This was actually a request. Someone on Twitter was like, hey, enjoyed your 13 episode. Are you ever going to do 13-2 or 13-3? Lightning Returns, which kind of gives away 13-2. We tried. Well, some of us tried. And
fuck you.
Look, all I'm saying is you put in the least amount of effort and still came up short.
Okay. All right. Let me explain what happened. All right. I was having a fun conversation about how terrible this game is with a nice GameStop employee who sold me the game on PS3. I paid $5 for it, right? Now, I get here, I put the disc in, and I'm going through the opening tutorial, I guess, the first 5 to 10 minutes that you play as Noel, at the very end of it, fucks off through a time portal.
Noel Christ.
Noel goddamn Christ. So it's shitty battle, that fun Final Fantasy 13 hit auto battle and fall asleep.
Yeah,
combat.
The engaging gameplay.
And where I would have to pay attention to the cinematic actions, which totally aren't quick time events. They're different because they're called that.
We'll get to that one in a moment.
But it gets to where he jumps through and it loads forever. It never goes past. And it doesn't freeze because like the loading screen with the Final Fantasy 13 and the clock spinning doesn't stop. So I'm sitting here on my phone, just browsing through Reddit or fucking Twitter, whatever bullshit it is I do on my phone. And 20 minutes pass and like, oh, it's still loading. Great. So I turn the PlayStation off. I see if there's an update. There's no update. I start the game. I get to the same spot and same thing. The third time, I just start skipping shit. And it freezes even sooner. Which was then my week, as I would come home, give it a whirl, wouldn't work. Well, guess I'll find something else to do. And I want to say, when it started, my objectivity was right out the window, because as soon as like the cutscene starts, I'm like, no, make it stop, right? And I'll be the first to say I don't want to play this motherfucker anyway, but for the sake of a review, like what we do, it sucks it didn't work. That wasn't an apology. It just sucks.
Which is amazing that my version actually worked better, because the PC port that I played, which, what you said, 2014?
Mm-hmm.
It's so bad. Honestly and truly, it is one of the laziest, sloppiest PC ports I have ever played. It's amazing. It constantly crashes until you turn off, like, the Steam Sync. If Steam Sync is on, it will constantly crash your game.
Seriously?
Yes.
The fuck?
Yeah, so you have to instead turn off Steam Sync, go back into the game, start a new game, go back out of the game, go to where it saves your Steam Link, data, copy that over to where it saves the local save files, because it doesn't make a local save file.
What?
And then put it in your local save files so you can reload into your game.
What sort of ass-backward fucking pageantry is that?
That is the just like workaround when you've already played a portion of the game and then realize that it crashing every time you go to like a new area isn't normal. So it crashed like 6 times before I finally got that figured out. The quotations are implied. If you couldn't feel them in my voice, I'm sorry. It runs really poorly. And then like the cinematic actions. Right? They're QuickTime events. And I've made it known through how many different things. I hate QuickTime events. I think they're incredibly lazy gameplay designed to keep people like engaged in something that isn't engaging. Here's a shitty like pre-rendered fight scene And we're going to throw QuickTime events in it because otherwise it feels too much like we're just narrating at you, which they are, because that's a lot of this game. Because it falls into the same issues that 13 did of like gameplay and story being very separate.
Oh.
But the keys you have to press for your cinematic actions on the PC are all over the place. So if you use a mouse and keyboard, you're probably used to your one hand, your right hand if you're right-handed, goes on the mouse. That's how you look around. Sometimes click on things. Which sure. There's no cursor at any point. You can click when it gives you options what to say. You can click and it picks one of them, but you can't actually see where your cursor is. I don't know if that actually controls it or if it just is always enter on mouse click. I don't know how it works. It's bad.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But sure.
And then your left hand is usually sitting on WASD because that's how you move. Now, thankfully, that is how you move. They didn't fuck that up.
Not like that, God, what was that Steam game you won?
Mind Fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game was so bad. But then it's like cinematic action time, right? So if you're near a keyboard, I want you to look at it real quick. Or if you just have the keyboard memorized in your head, take a walk with me, because the keys you need to press are either E, so just above your WASD, not bad. X, which is just below, is a bit awkward because it's below middle. You moving your middle finger down isn't really always the easiest.
But that's common.
Yeah,
for a lot of games.
I'd rather have it be like Q or C.
Sure,
they're a bit easier to reach. Backspace.
No, that's right out.
I don't know what it's doing over there, but you need to hit backspace sometimes, or enter. Don't worry, when it throws up enter, it doesn't say enter. It gives you the enter symbol, the symbology for the key enter. And then sometimes you have to hit WASD, all four of them. It's so bad. It starts saying cinematic actions, and I have to take my hand off my mouse just so I have my hands in position to potentially hit the things it wants me to hit. And then once it finishes, I move my hand back to my mouth. Like, who designed that?
The, because I was playing on a PS3 using a PS3 controller, the cinematic actions were, the face buttons or moving the left or right analog stick in a direction.
That's weird.
It made sense in the context of what was happening.
Sure.
So, it wasn't bad. For the, 15 times or so I did the opening 5-10 minutes. To which at the end, because we started this on a Monday, so by fucking Friday when I got home, I didn't even have to fucking look at it.
I guess we jump into our plot summary, and I'm going to go through the first few minutes because then I just started skipping cutscenes again because I find their type of storytelling mind-numbingly dumb. In fact, if you watch the stream, because I streamed a bit of it, and hopefully that will get downloaded and uploaded on YouTube at some point. We'll see if that actually happens or not. You'll see the agony in my face because that's basically what the stream was, because it wants to be so grand fantasy, Final Fantasy, duh. But it just comes off as so dumb. It's like a D&D campaign that someone in high school would run.
Yeah, but someone not passionate about it. Because I've had DMs that were maybe not a great DM, but they could still cobble together an okay story, or at least something entertaining. Not the weird, haphazard, motherfucking time travel bullshit that you have going on here.
Yeah, so it opens with Lightning, main character from the last game, in Valhalla, which is an interesting point. I think I brought this up during the stream, that Valhalla is such a weird concept now that it's permeated every bit of culture.
Yeah, but this isn't Valhalla, Norse mythology Valhalla.
No, but yes. I mean, it is an afterlife world of the gods.
It is the world of the gods, yes, but it itself is just outside of time.
Yeah,
and there's only the one god.
So and
it's lightning.
She's the warrior goddess or something.
Yeah, main antagonist, fucking Soul Edge refers to her as the battle goddess.
Yeah, so it conveys that kind of idea just by name, despite there being objectively nothing Norse in this game.
You could make some stretches, I think.
No. So we get to see her standing on a balcony, and then we go to our main bad guy, Shadow the Hedgehog. And he's putting someone to rest in an ocean of light.
Well, it's time.
Yeah, sure.
I
It's the shores of time. What else do you need to know? He puts her body in the ocean, it dissolves, and then he's like, and now we attack! He attacks with... Which one are his monsters?
His are the dragons, right?
I don't know, the weird, like, animal things.
Quote-unquote dragon. They fly.
Because then Lightning has a bunch of, like, robot animal things.
Well, I thought hers were, like, tigers or some shit.
I don't know.
Hers were on the ground, and his were flying.
Sure.
And the robot shit's Odin. Boom, Norse. Bam, done.
He, I don't know, does some dumb magic, shows that he has the soul edge. I mean, he's got this big sword that has like an eye right near the handle.
And it's all big and fucking gnarly looking.
It looks like soul edge. And then you go through the boring tutorial battle against Chaos Bahamut.
Yeah, when Shadow the Hedgehog gets all pissy, and because Lightning's like, yeah, go fuck yourself, I'm Lightning, bitch, and he's like, ha, ultimate form.
Yeah, so you fight, you start going up the like tower, and he shows up again, and he's all chaos control. What does he actually say?
I think it's just chaos magic.
Yeah, so he literally like shouts chaos control and then creates a bubble that like stops time. He's Shadow the Hedgehog. You proceed to fight and talk through this beginning bit where he's like, Lightning accuses him of wanting to destroy everything, and he agrees. He's like, I'm the big bad. I'm gonna destroy them all. And you're like, this is so boring. Maybe he gets characterization later, but he's so boring. I am so bored of people that want to destroy the world. Because he's the big bad, and that's what he does.
You find out his motivations later, which I think, as far as generic villain motivations, ain't that bad.
No, I'm tired of it. I don't want someone who wants to destroy the world. That's boring.
Well, he doesn't want to destroy the world. He ups his game. He wants to destroy all of time.
Boring. So he's Mephiles? Mephophiles?
Oh, fuck no!
Who's a clone of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh, for fuck's sake, stop the fucking recording. We're done here.
We did
Jesus
it!
Fucking Christ.
This is just Sonic 06!
Oh my God, it is fucking Sonic. Now, it fucking makes me so goddamn mad.
He's all flustered.
Fucking Final Fantasy 13 episode, right? And I had my fucking plot summary, this weird goddamn confusing fucking mess. So like, we tried, and I was like, fuck it, I'm done with this bullshit right now. This time I did something different because I couldn't actually play the fucking game. So what I did is I looked at the Wikipedia fucking plot summary, and I'm writing down, the important points as I'm going through it. And then I realized, for a little more context, I should watch somebody go through an actual plot summary. I watched a nice video by a YouTuber. It was actually, let me look this up so I can get it right. Oni Black Mage. Shout out to that guy. Awesome video, right? This game is a fucking clusterfuck, and I realized, as I was watching his video in particular, that the fucking plot summary is like fairly straightforward on Wikipedia. It's meant so that you can fucking read through it and understand what happens. Then when the actual gameplay happens, you just fucking out the goddamn window and everything's all goddamn over. Now it's motherfucking Sonic! What kind of fucking weird backward shit is the plot like? Oh, that's right, Sonic. Sonic. God fucking damn it.
So here we are, folks, driven to madness. Final Fantasy 13 is 13-2 is the Sonic 06 of Final Fantasy games. Damn.
Oh my God. All right.
You're gonna have to give the actual plot summary because I stopped paying attention after like the second world. You inevitably Noel Christ. I don't know why they always say his like full name like it's supposed to be important.
Well, they left the T off, but you can feel it.
Yeah, like that's how it feels when they say his name. It's real weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, he gets hurtled through time. He meets up with Sarah, Lightning's sister, who has dreams about Lightning that are like premonitions. Whatever. He's like, come with me. We need to travel through time to meet your sister. And she's like, Sure, that makes sense. She's hesitant because some stupid fuck off reason. She's scrawny.
Okay.
Jake, I have to stop before I go on a rant about her character model.
Yeah. Now let's save that. Let me get through this right quick. Lightning goes to be the guardian for the goddess Etros,
Yes.
who is in Valhalla at the end of time, or beginning, or somewhere in the fucking middle, outside of time, what have you. Lightning is pulled out of her existence after they save Cocoon. So no one else remembers Lightning except for Sarah. And so when Noel shows up and he's like, hey, I know your sister. And she's like, holy shit, really? Everyone else thought I was fucking crazy, except for Snow.
Yeah, Snow remembers her.
Snow remembers her because Lightning keeps sending him dreams, and he has to go fuck off to the future to save some shit because reasons. Let me pick up my chicken scratch notes here. Right, so Noel and Sarah now have to go through time to fix the paradoxes in an attempt to change the future because Noel is from a time where he's the only human left.
Yes, he is the last human. He was the last person ever born, and everyone died, leaving him the last human.
Because, that's new.
As I said, it's crazy. He's also like a super edgelord. It's hilarious. I hate his character.
So this is where I got confused. I think you start off in 3AF, which, like, looking at it, I just in my head read as fuck, but it's after fall.
Yeah. You start... yes, it's
3 years after the events of the
last game. Yes.
There you meet Alyssa, a survivor from the Purge that takes place in the beginning of Final Fantasy 13.
Yep.
I assume you have some paradox here. I don't know. My notes are fucking weird, so I'll just keep at it. You at that point travel to 10AF you go to 10AF to solve a paradox. There you meet up with Hope and you learn about the prophecy recordings. Only one of them shows Lightning in Valhalla, but it's super fuzzy because there's a paradox too close to where they are. So the Divine Engine, I think it's called, won't work properly. There they come and they find out about Padra, who is covered in eclipse, which is a few centuries too early. She is a seeress and made the Divine Engines. I don't know if you find that out here or later. Fixing the eclipse bullshit, you find Caius and Yule. Caius is Shadow the Hedgehog, and Yule is fucking, spoiler alert, Padra, really, the whole time. Wow. You could have never saw that coming because there's only 3 new characters and people from the old game. Oh shit, no, Alyssa, 4, damn. Anyway, an alternate timeline appears, and it shows Caius to be Dick, and the pillar supporting Cocoon collapses, and it wipes out most of humanity. So you travel to 300 AF, where Snow is fighting this big-ass flan monster that is dissolving the pillar. Snow tells Noel and Sarah that he's there because Lightning was sending him dreams. He had to go here and stop this shit. You manage to destroy the flan after some shenanigans, and that saves the pillar from falling for another 200 years. And then you travel to 400 AF. Forgive me here. I don't know why you travel to random times. I think I do, but they didn't cover that in the plot summary. And that YouTube video I was watching, old boy might have covered it. And then when I started watching another one, my eyes started bleeding, and I woke up 3 hours later. Anyway, after that shit, 400 AF, where they go to academia and they're attacked by the city's AI, who's like, you fuckers should have died 200 years ago. So you travel back 200 years to figure out what happened, why they're supposed to be dead. It turns out that Hope and Alyssa, in order to float Cocoon, want to make their own man-made Foul Sea, which, go figure, turns on its creators and starts wiping people out. Then they head back and they end up in an alternate timeline where they find Alyssa and Hope in stasis, and they tell them the plan to make a new Cocoon. You get that shit floating, head off to 500 AF, where they're betrayed by Alyssa. Oh no! Who, Alyssa herself is actually time paradox, and once you correct the timeline, then everything falls to shit for her. She fails to be. At this point, it gets weird for me because they get trapped in a dream world because, and I'll quote my notes here, go fuck yourself, by Caius.
Yeah.
And Sarah gets a vision, a dream from Yule, who explains that she's actually the seeress Padra and reincarnated throughout history. Every time she dies, she just comes back. Caius is her immortal guardian and has Etros' heart, which is why at the end of time, Lightning is guarding Etros because Etros is weakened for giving him his heart. Etros is the goddess that's keeping the chaos at bay. I don't know. Anyway, anytime they go through and they fix a paradox, it kills the Yule in that timeline. So constantly, Yule is dying. What happens is anytime she sees a vision, or Sarah, anytime they see a vision, it takes a little bit of their life. Only when Sarah and Noel change history, so much of it changes at once, the just shock of it kills her.
Makes sense.
Yule also explains that, after fucking eternity of Caius watching Yule die, at the end of time, he's finally like, fuck this shit, I'm done. And that's why at the beginning you lay her to rest, and he's like, it's go time! And then he goes supersonic. Super Shadow?
Super Shadow.
I don't know, some ultimate move with a fucking soul edge.
Yeah.
Sarah breaks free, manages to get Noel out. You fight Caius a couple times. You beat him. He says he kills Lightning, and then he impales himself on Noel's sword, which he does that to pierce his own heart, which kills Etros in the process. I'm wrapping a bunch up here at the end.
Yeah, no, you're good, because I don't care about any of this.
Yep. They head to 500 AF where fucking Vanille and Fang are for some reason, and they're freed from Crystal. Everyone's on a new cocoon. Everyone's like, yay, everything's great now. Sarah sees a vision from the future and fucking dies. Noel's like, why? And then the cloud erupts in blackness because chaos has come. End of game. It does say to be continued.
Well, yeah. Because at that point, they realized, milk this for all it's worth. Mechanically, it's more of the same. Very quickly, the battle system is the same. It's more of the same active time battle where you have different Ravager, Commando.
So the different classes?
Yeah, but then you hot swap them during combat.
Yeah.
Right? So you got the active time battle where you can keep switching your characters in between those mid-combat. There's a whole Pokemon system where the third person of your party, because you always have Sarah and Noel, and the third person in your party can be the monsters that you catch.
Okay. Question.
I will not have answers. I don't know how this system actually works.
Okay.
I don't know how the chrysanthemum works.
Chrysanthemum?
Dude, I don't know. It's the way you level up, and I don't actually honestly know how it works in this game.
The third person you get is either one of the main people from the first game.
Yeah, they'll be with you when you're with them on the...
Yeah, so Snow Hope, Vanilla, Fang, not Lightning. I think Saz shows up towards the end, but he's not. You don't actually get to use him. He's just in a cutscene. But the monsters, right? So do you have to capture them, or do you just beat them and then you have access to monster?
I told you I don't actually really know how it works.
Fair enough. The monster that you have as a third party member, do they have different classes too?
No.
Okay.
No, they so your class swapping is still just you and Noel.
I'll stop being awkward now.
But I don't know how the monster system works. Each one, different monsters do different things. So you need to, if you want a monster that does a certain thing, you need to try to capture a good one of it. But because each monster vary, and I don't know how it works. I don't really care to know how it works. What bothered me more was the chrysanthemum, and I'm never gonna say that right. The Crystarium, Crystarium, Zeeble Zobble, whatever. The level up system, that idea returns, right? Except instead of being a bunch of branched trees, right, you go and you level up this, and then you go and you level up something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it's just one big weird spirally stupid thing, which feels like I've taken almost all the choice away, but with each step you can level up a different thing, right? So it's basically a straight line, which if they displayed it as a straight line would have just been easier instead of some confusing spirally constellation mess.
So is it different than how it was in the first game?
Yes. in that when I level up, it's going to cost me so many points.
Yeah.
When I level up, I have the option to level up any of my things.
Oh, okay. So it's like forward progression, but once you hit the next level up, you then have to pick what you want?
Kind of. How best to describe. Yeah. Basically, your character doesn't have multiple, like, they don't have a Ravager thing to level up and a Commando thing to level up. They have one thing. Boop. To level up.
Okay.
Now you're sitting here and it's like, okay, here's your next one. And when you like hover over it, it has the list of all your classes. And you pick which one you want, then you spend the points and it levels up that class.
Okay.
And depending on what class you level up, you'll either, learn a skill or get stat bonuses, depending on what you leveled up. So as it turns out, there's actually like a bona fide best way to level up, because certain classes give you better skill bonuses, and so you want to level them up at certain places to make sure you get better stat bonuses than leveling up other ones. I didn't look any of this up, so my character sucked, but apparently to have the best characters, you basically need an entire guide on how to level up your character. It's like level up this class once, and then level up this class, and then this class, this class. You have to level them up in a specific order to get the best final character. It's real not good. I don't like it. Do not want.
That is one thing I'll give the first game, and I'd said when we recorded it, I kind of dig the Crystarium, the way that it works, how when it like spirals upward in the 3D view that it gives you, and like you have the main path and like a bunch of shit that comes off of it. I didn't hate that. As far as XP trees go.
Yeah, I just feel like they keep making it more complicated. But
no, they make it better.
No, they don't. It feels like, and this is going to be weird and see how much relevant it actually holds. It feels like Final Fantasy X. I don't know if you played.
Nope.
Okay, so it has something called the Sphere Grid.
Main character's name was Titus, and they said Titus, and I played it for an hour and it was boring as hell.
Its level up system is a big like map, basically.
Sure.
And you move your character along the map, and every like dot that you move along gives you some kind of bonus. There's a whole like you can travel the whole map. You can take any character anywhere. So like even characters that start as fighters, you can go make them be black mages. You can just have all black mages. Or once you level up enough, you can hit every sphere on the grid, and then you have the stat bonuses and abilities of every character.
Nice.
And you are a god, which is a fun feeling, obviously. And it feels like they just kind of keep making it like more weirder, complicated versions of that. And I really liked the kind of simple like 2D map instead of the weird sprawling 3D thing.
Yeah, that doesn't sound that bad. I mean, I've always been a fan of the like old school JRPG. Like each character has like their own set. Once you hit this level, you get this.
I mean, yeah,
it's super boring, but like it's tried and true. God damn it.
Yeah, and to even more hilariously compare, my favorite is some of the like tactic stuff where your level up, depending on which game, will be affected either by your class that you are, which in all of those games like is changeable. So if you level up as a thief, you'll get bonus speed. If you level up as a cleric, you'll get more magic and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or it's based on the equipment that you're wearing, which is like what affects your class. It's a whole thing.
Sure.
But I like that more. It's still kind of a like, and really for optimal use, there's still going to be like some complications, but this just feels like I didn't want to look anything up. So because I just went at it. No looking things up, often skipping cutscenes as well as some help tips because I was just trying to go fast. So at times I was just confused. And
so you're trying to play Final Fantasy Sonic like a Sonic game, sure.
Yeah. So I was just trying to get through it, and it didn't feel good playing it basically any other time. I didn't really enjoy the gameplay. And I think the story's really stupid.
Character models.
Okay, so this is just going to be a whole rant on the main character, Sarah, and how her character model is like, at least on PC. I don't know if she's this bad on PS3. We can't even check, which is unfortunate because you don't even get to the point where she's a character.
Nope.
She doesn't look human. She's bizarrely like twiggy and elongated.
Slenderman-esque.
Slenderman-esque. No, she looks like a 6 foot Amazonian with anorexia. It is bizarre. And to accentuate this fact naturally, because there's a whole you get outfits to dress you, your Moogle and Noel up.
Mm-hmm.
So Noel was wearing this hilarious super over the top red battle garb. The Moogle was wearing some kind of almost shopkeeper uniform.
You can dress up Moogle.
Yes. And then she was wearing her swimsuit, which just makes her look like some weird Slender Man thing. Every part of her proportion is wrong, and her arms, they don't look like arms. They just look like tubes, very thin tubes. There's no muscle there.
Yeah, it's weird because you had me look at a picture of her because I hadn't seen her, and yeah, she's long in a weird way. And I understand that this takes place a few years after the first game, where she's noticeably shorter. And sure, maybe she had a growth spurt, but I thought she was a grown-ass woman on account of her being engaged to Snow.
Yeah, it's super weird, and it was distracting at every moment of the game. Because, she would run, and it would just be her legs are almost 50% of her character's height. Probably more. No, they're more. They're 70% of her character's height. And
She's just face, tits, and legs.
But they're spindly. And so it's from where her waist should be. It's not even she has a thigh gap. It's a thigh chasm, right? You drive trucks through this shit because her legs are entirely separated because of how thin they are.
Oh, man. 3 foot wide hips and stick legs. That's awesome.
It's so weird.
Built like a fucking, I don't know, Kinect's robot. Tinker Toy, that's what I was thinking of. God damn it.
I don't know if she was supposed to look normal, but she didn't to me at all, and it was really distracting. During combat, during cutscenes, I just couldn't help but laugh because of how goofy she looked. And the story was dumb, and the game was dumb. Jake, I'm done.
All right. So you recommended for dumb?
I think it was the last one where one of us or some of us, someone settled on recommending it for Final Fantasy fans. I don't even do that with this. I thought it was really bad. Genuinely did not enjoy, do not play. Is the Sonic 06 of Final Fantasy games.
That says enough for me right there. I can't say that I recommend it for anybody because I didn't get the chance to play it, but even long enough to give a recommendation.
I mean, that makes sense.
I'd said at the beginning, going into it, objectivity was out the window. This game wasn't going to do anything that I was going to like it. And I know that. But if I had something nice to say, I'd be happy to say it, but I didn't see any of it. I just looked at a plot description and then watched plot videos, and it doesn't really make sense. We've talked before about how time travel as a mechanic is almost never done well. Wouldn't you know it, it doesn't feel like it's done well here. But, I didn't experience it firsthand, so maybe it's better than I think. And I'm not saying that for any fans of this fucking game. Be like, oh, look, he said it might. That is not what I'm fucking saying. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck this. I lost my train of thought. Anyway, what do we do now?
Now we usually answer questions from listeners, like you.
Well, it's just me here, and I said I wasn't going to do it anymore, so.
So that means we actually just get to move to the questions. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, which this game was unfortunately a suggestion, so you get to torture us, you get to do this to us. you can send them to thebadgamecast@gmail.com. We read them on air, like this question. It comes from... I'm not even going to keep bothering. It's Elsa. Surprise.
All right, but who did you say it's by? Because I always like these.
She didn't.
Ah!
Other than she signed off as, hey, listen, because
Oh.
you've talked about a number of annoying characters in your podcast. Examples: Chip, Failsafe. Who is the worst and why?
Okay. There's no qualifiers here, so worst all time or worst of what we've played
Worst
for the podcast?
of what we've played for the podcast. So on the games we have played, who is the most annoying character?
I mean, Chip is bad, and Failsafe does suck, but I think the other guy, the one-armed asshole in Destiny 2, is worse than Failsafe.
Sure.
Why couldn't you give me this ahead of time?
Oh, no. This is way funnier. I like the Dead Space. Be some good editing practice.
Sure. Jeez, I gotta think about fucking games that we played.
Right?
Like, off the bat, I think, like, what are the, like, bottom of the barrel worst that we played. So, like, I think, Ride to Hell. And, Jake's brother, what's his nut? A fucking whiny bitch.
Who does nothing but complain and then die?
Yeah. And, like, he's not in the game long enough that I can say he's that irritating, because, like, he sucks up front, and then he's gone.
Yeah. They shoot him in the face, like he deserves.
Or, the experience I had playing, Our Marines. But,
Are
like,
there even characters in that game?
well, yeah, because you get the reporter, or the general, I mean, between levels, and, like,
Yes.
it's not, like, he's not irritating. Like, that dude's kind of awesome.
You know, it's like I immediately think of all the Sonic characters, which immediately made me want to just say Sonic. Because, well...
Ooh, I know. Sorry, keep going. Let me look it up.
Then I was thinking, you know, some of the, like, horrible... The main character from Zombier, because he exemplifies everything that those developers tried to do, and I'm still not over it.
Oh.
I hate them.
That dude fucking sucked.
But, inevitably, the character that I find most exemplifies annoying for the podcast is Richard La Ruina. And you're like, Jason, that's a real person. And I go, whoa, prove it. Because you can't. I hated everything about those games. They made me feel super creepy all the time.
Man, we've played some just trash.
Yeah, it's what we do.
I know, but, like, god damn. Richard fucking La Ruina.
I know, right? I was just like, man, his creepy smile and, like, seducing women you work with, and it's just, I don't like any of it. Man. You got anything? You find it yet? What game?
Let's see. Mighty Number 9, the fat dude is fucking irritating.
Dude. Mighty Number 9, Incineroar.
That was X7, wasn't it?
Was that?
Which
Flame
I
Reinhardt?
hadn't got to yet. That motherfucker.
Dude, I don't remember. They're both Mega Man games. They're
Yeah.
the same game in my head at this point.
Dollar Store Morpheus from Metal Gear Survive.
Oh, man. Yeah, he
Fuck
was
that guy.
fucking choice.
See, somebody's been going through. Here we go. The game I was thinking of was Okami. I can't think of his name. The sprite.
Oh. Yeah.
The Navi of that game.
He is literally just Navi.
Yeah, except he fucking talks more.
Yeah. Because you can't talk, so he does all the talking for you.
Yep. That irritating little shit. And, like, by the end of the game, I came around on him, but he's still fucking irritating.
That didn't have characters in it.
Big rigs because of the trucks.
That didn't have characters in it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's basically the answers.
Yeah, like, I'm just looking at my notes on fucking Survive, thinking about goddamn. I can't even think of the fucking actor's name. I'm drawing a goddamn blank.
Oh man, like half of the characters from The Last Remnant.
Ugh. The twins from Duke Nukem Forever.
I was about to say just like everyone in Duke Nukem Forever. I did not like that game.
Everyone in Road Rage.
Yes. Unequivocal yes. Shaq. I'm kidding, I love Shaq.
Motherfucking Shactus.
All right. Well, I think we vomited enough words at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thanks for the one question. Hopefully, we get some more questions before we record again. Once again, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit us up at thebadgamecast@gmail.com, or you can tweet at thebadgamecast. That's run by me. I will tweet it back at you sometimes. Maybe I'll save it for the show. Depends on what you ask, or if you have any suggestions. If you have anything else you want to learn, sometimes I update the Facebook page. I just did that earlier today, which isn't today when you listen to this, so deal with it. If not that, maybe you could come watch us on Twitch. That's right, we stream sometimes bad games, which I did a bit for this. I think I'm going to try for the next one, and we'll see. As long as they're on the computer, I'm going to try to stream at least an hour of them. Little preview snippets. But that's, again, dependent. So I'm going to try to do those, but we also stream our race games, because me and Jake are competing to be the fastest mediocre gamers.
Hold on. Between the two of us.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, you know, if you see us doing a race and you want to hop in there with us.
Not actually hop in there with us. We don't play online because that would be, like, distort things too much.
Yeah, no.
If you want to run through it, post your time. We'll totally believe you. Current game. Sorry, not upcoming. When this comes out, current game, Borderlands 2. Start to finish. Regular mode. I don't think we're going to do True Vault Hunter mode or Ultimate Vault Hunter mode.
Nah, I'm just going to race to the end. We can.
Yeah, I think
we can see where it's at after all that.
I mean, we're probably going to do once through the story. We'll see. Because at that point, there will probably be someone who's noticeably a winner, although it might be super close. We'll see.
I don't know. Like, I'm really looking forward to it, but, I mean, how many hours do you or I have into Borderlands 2 across platforms? I mean...
Oh, I don't know. 1,000? Somewhere in that range.
Sure.
And then you can also find the podcasts or Jake's Random Interactions on Reddit. The user is the Bad Gamecast. Tends to post in gaming subreddits as well as subreddits of the games that we are releasing. We also have our own subreddit, r/thebadgamecast, where episodes are posted. Discussion doesn't happen, but it could.
Yeah, you could be the first to start a discussion.
Be the change you want to see in the world.
Is it for there to be less Sonic?
Have we drilled in? Achieve the day.
Have we drilled in enough that Sonic's bad?
Well, I mean, you got us banned from the Sonic subreddit, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah, so that, I mean, I think we drilled it in enough.
I don't think so. Those fucking whiners. Sonic's good. Ooh, I know. You can make some... Never mind. I was going to say do some Achieve the Day graffiti and then take a picture of it and then send it to Jason on Twitter. You should not do that. Don't graffiti things. Vandalism isn't cool.
Okay, but if you do that, I'm in for it. I mean, I didn't tell you to do it.
In fact, I didn't either. I said not to. But what you do...
is up to you.
No, not even. Can't say that either.
I'm not telling them how to live their lives. Illegally. Do it.
I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be vandalism. If somebody wants you to paint something.
I guess. I mean, paint your house with the words "Achieve the Day." Have your homeowners association get real pissy at you. It'll be great.
Well, yeah, because
Trust
if you do it, you will have achieved the day.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can argue that point.
Nope. Fuck your HOA.
Yeah. Are we done now? Can we be done?
I think so. You know anything else to plug, do you? No, you covered it.
Hit them all.
All right, for the Bad Gamecast, I've been me.
I've also been me.
Good night.
Wait, no, I've been you.
No!
fuck out of here.
Yeah, right.
Why are you still listening?
What are you doing? Go home.
You could be anywhere. Anywhere not here. Think about it. There's all those places to be. And you're here, listening to this crap.
I mean, if you just wanted to hang out with us some more, you could, download the rest of the episodes or join us on Twitch.
Yeah. Live interaction.
Yeah.
With your tolerable hosts.
And if you think we're weird edited, you should see us live.
Oh, it's way more boring.
Oh, man.
Because I can come into this, like, kind of prepared. But for streams, I'm just, like, silent because I'm trying to game. And that's just how I am. Just heavy breathing.